The one thing that we noticed also the last week when we were here, the teachers na nasiraan ng bahay, may assistance na pwedeng bigay ng DSUD. So you collect also because they're also victims.
Yeah.
I'm sure may sira din yung kanilang mga bahay, etc. So we can provide them also
Yes.
assistance.
Yes, Mr. President. The teachers will appreciate that.
We should get a canvas kung how many of them need help, etc. What kind of help, so that we can include them in our provision of assistance. All right. We have to look after our teachers. All right. Okay, thank you. That's for DepEd. OCD, you want to add something?
Yes, sir. I just want to inform the President that we were able to mobilize all our logistics assets from the AFP, PNP, and Coast Guard. And that's why we were able to brought in the goods up to the last mile, sir.
Thank you.
So, additionally, sir, I just want to inform you, being the manager of our NDRRF fund, we still have around 17 billion, sir, available.
Okay. All right. So I think we have a good understanding of the situation from, of course, the LGUs and the LGU executives. Continue to provide us with information kasi hindi pa naman, this is still a developing situation. For example, we're still recovering mga missing. Then of course we have to attend to the repair of the hospitals para maibalik natin yung pasyente, makapasok sila sa loob. And then of course DPWH, we have to do the assessment, the engineering assessment to see what is safe, what is not safe, what has to be done, and all of that. So tuloy-tuloy lang, basta we work together with the LGUs. You feel free to contact me, anybody that you need, or any of the secretaries, any of the heads of agencies, kung ano pa yung nakita ninyo na pangangailangan, kung kaya natin dalhin, dadalhin namin. So I will, in addition to what we have just heard, meron din manggaling sa Office of the President na we have put aside 278 million for the local governments who have been hit hard by the earthquake. So Sarangani and Jensan will receive 50 million, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat 30 million, Davao Occidental and Glan 20 million each, Zamboanga will get 15 million. And those others, yung ibang apektado na lokal na pamahalaan, ay meron pa rin, may pondo pa rin, we can give up to from 3 to 10 million for everyone. Sa ilalim naman ng LGSF, maglalabas tayo ng 50 million kaagad para sa pagpaayos ng mga government building at sa isang ospital, kagaya sa Alabel at saka sa Glan. So we will need to use that immediately. Narinig naman ninyo ang DSWD, maayos ang ating supply pagdating sa mga relief goods. At yung mga isolated na lugar, pipilitin natin makapunta. Yung mga ibang barangay na talagang walang madaanan, ay magpapalipad na lang muna tayo ng helicopter. Yung iba, kung pwede, kung kaya sa dagat, gagawin din namin yun. But whatever it takes, kailangan, mahirap hindi namin kinakalimutan dahil walang pagkain ng mga yan eh. Kaya walang makakain yung mga yan. Kasi kung meron man silang naitabi, by now nauubos na yan o baka nasira pa sa lindol. Kaya we'll just keep providing. Kagaya ganun nga ang sabi ko, kahit na nag-evacuation center at umalis na sa evacuation center, nakikitira sa kanilang kamag-anak o kaibigan, ay patuloy pa rin ang provide namin ng at least emergency basic goods. At ang DSUD, kagaya na nabanggit ni Secretary, is magbibigay ng 30,000 cash assistance sa mga totally destroyed na residences. Ang DPWH na ay yun ang mga inuuna rin yung mga tulay, Malapatan, yung sa Pumasla, yung Sarangani, Davao del Sur Coastal Road, sa Glandin. Yung mga isolated barangay ay karamihan may access na pero may mga sitio pa raw. So yun ang titiyakin natin, pipilitin natin na makarating ang mga relief goods. So ang DOH has already provided to the DOH of Sarangani and General Santos, nakapag-provide na ng hygiene kit, ng gamot, vitamin, iba pang mga medical supply. We have been able to bring them in already. So we'll just continue to do that dito. Nandito na yung Philippine Emergency Medical Assistance Team o yung PEMAT ng DOH Cotabato Regional Medical Center para makatulong dito sa ating mga nangangailangan. And merong yung water filtration system, gamot para sa mga nasiraan ng tiyan dahil baka uminom ng tubig, may nakain na hindi malinis, nagdadala rin sila. Ang Philippine Army magdadala rin ng water filtration system. Dadalhin nila sa Maasim dito sa inyo sa Sarangani. The Public Works continuing ang assessment sa apektadong ospital, health facility, eskwelahan, public buildings, pati na yung mga private eventually, pero hindi yun ang priority. Ang priority natin ay yung siyempre government buildings para makapag-opisina naman yung ating mga empleyado para magawa nila yung trabaho nila. DOE, NEA, and the cooperative nag-aayos ng kuryente sa Sarangani at sa ngayon, lahat na ng ospital na apektado ay may kuryente na. So, that's at least something. Sa Task Force Kapatid, na tinutulungan ng ilang kooperatiba ang Southcott 2 Electrical Cooperative na nagsaserbisyo sa Gensan and other parts ng Sarangani. So, yung linya, we'll just keep yun na lang siguro. Yeah, well, Glan is still at 19% of normal. So, that's what we will prioritize. Yeah. Ang DICT, nagbibigay din ng internet connection para sa mga health facilities sa mga eskwela para meron silang magamit. Again, DepEd and DPWH patuloy ang inspeksyon para malaman natin kung ilan ang magamit nating eskwelahan. Pero pagka yung mga building na nakita natin na talagang hindi na pwede gigibain, magpo-provide naman ang DepEd ng alternative space. Yung binibigay natin para pagka may ganitong klaseng sakuna. Ang DepEd naglabas ng 21, almost 22 million para sa clean up, para sa pagpaayos ng mga napinsalang silid-aralan. And papatupad yung flexible at distance learning para hindi naman maiwanan yung ating mga estudyante. And the DepEd will provide learning packets also, no, for those for the students para patuloy na kahit papaano patuloy pa rin ang kanilang pag-aaral. Well, we just have to be very careful kasi kagaya ng nararamdaman ninyo, patuloy pa rin ang mga aftershock at kailangan pa rin mag-ingat. Tell our people na mag-ingat sila, wag silang mag-take risk. Kahit gustong-gusto na nilang pumasok doon sa mga lugar na hindi pa na-clear ng ating mga engineer, wag mag-ingat na lang sila. Mas mabuti na lang na sigurado. Kaya sabihin mo sa kanila, safe lang sila. Hindi naman siguro kung ano man yung nandun sa loob ng kanilang bahay, kanilang opisina, hindi naman siguro mawawala yan dahil nag-aabang pa lang lahat ng tao para maklear ang mga building. So, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. I think that we have to be resigned to the fact na ang lakas talaga nitong lindol na ito is one of the strongest that we have felt. The last time, yung naalala ko yung 19 sa Cotabato, 76. 2,000 yung namatay sa tsunami. Sa tsunami, hindi gaano sa lindol. Alala ko, pumunta kami dito. Pumunta kami para gabi. Gabi, ang daming natangay. But that was, wala pang 8 yun. Wala pang 8. Ito, yung may moments na nag-8 eh. Nag-8.1 daw eh. Yes, please.
Sir President, I'm the mayor of municipality of Calamansi.
Oh, yes, Calamansi.
Epicenter
Yes. Yes.
of the last February, we have an average of 200 tremors in Calamansi. In front is the epicenter, and we were hardly hit during the 1976 earthquake. I have a question. I hope the DepEd and Secretary Benz can give clarification. If the numbers, we consider the numbers that was reported today, there are high percentage of school buildings. I am a Jeddah municipality. I have to hire a structural engineer to inspect our buildings in Calamansi. And one of the findings is that most of the design of the school buildings were designed to withstand typhoon in Luzon, not earthquake in Mindanao. So that's the reason why there is high percentage. Marami po akong building doon na bago pa po, kagagawa lang. Maganda ang pagkagawa. Pero 200 tremors a day will surely crack that. So I would like to ask you, sir, maybe we should look into this because we want to be proactive because anak po namin yung mga nandyan sa school. At if the building were designed to withstand typhoon, we don't have typhoon in Region 12, but we have earthquakes. We have the Cotabato Trench facing. My municipality is in fact facing the Cotabato Trench po. Thank you po.
Thank you. All right. Well, lahat naman ng evacuation center natin, mga schools natin, pati yung mga public buildings natin, ay siyempre tinitingnan natin lahat. Nangyari talaga yan dahil nung bagyo. It all started with Yolanda. Kasi yung Yolanda, yung evacuation center, maraming napinsala sa loob ng evacuation center. Kasi evacuation center was rated for about mga 130 kilometers per hour. Nag-300 sila nung Yolanda. Ganon din ngayon sa Lindol. Kailangan talaga natin tignan na how ang problema sa ganon din, hindi natin ma-predict. At least yung bagyo, meron tayong idea. Pagka mga 1 week away, 3 days away, alam na natin kung gaano kalakas. Yung Lindol, di natin alam kung kailan darating at pagka dumating kung gaano kalakas. Kaya we have to prepare for the worst. That's why marami namang mga bagong design na gagayahin natin na pwede natin gamitin dito sa Pilipinas. Some of the best designs are coming out of Japan because madalas sila malindol doon. So we will have a look at the new techniques and materials. Kasi nung una natin ginawa lahat ng mga design na yan, wala pa tayo yung technology na meron tayo ngayon. So we don't have the same material, we did not have the materials that we have now. We did not have the design techniques that we have now. And we are re-examining all of that to make sure that basta't minimal ang damage at magka-damage, yung pwedeng ayusin tapos pwede pang gamitin. Kahit na yung poste man lang matira na nakatayo na diretso, pwedeng palitan lahat ng dingding, lahat ng pwedeng palitan lahat yun. So that's we are very conscious of that, the design, because it really, as I said, nangyari yan dahil sa climate change, dahil sa bagyo napakalakas. Pero naisip na nga namin, Lindol ganun din eh. So kailangan na natin tignan na mabuti. All right. Anything else that anybody would like to bring up? Yes.
Mr. President, magandang hapon po. Mayor po ng Municipality of Balut Island, yung island po ng Southern Mindanao. Una po, Mr. President, thank you po sa tulong ng DSWD, DSOD, kay Yusek Cabreros. So yung municipality po namin, 1978 po, tatay po, ni late President Marcos po ang nag-create po ng municipality of Sarangani. Kami po yung talagang tinamaan na pumunta po yung PBOX doon 2 days ago na magnitude po talaga is 8.1. Now, sir, Mr. President po, yung passage po ng economic namin, devastated po yung dalawang port, the Port of Balangunan and the Port of Balut. So, yun lang po ang passage namin economically. So, nahirapan po kami, Mr. President, pag we use boats from Balut Island to General Santos City. Lalo na po pag mas sira yung panahon. Hingi po kami ng tulong, Mr. President, na mapadali po ng agarang repair po ng bago pong gawa ng Port of Balangunan. Nasira po lahat. And also the Port of Mabila in Balut Island po. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
The PPA. Yeah, Rick Manuel. O sige, ano namin sa, dadali namin sa PPA at saka sa transport. Oo. Pero we are aware, alam namin lahat ng damage na nangyari dito. Oo. Yes.
Mr. President, Mayor John Sumbo po of Malapatan yung pinuntahan natin kanina. Sir Benz, yung bridge kanina na pinuntahan natin ni Mr. President, yung next na bridge yan, may lake doon sa taas na actually, almost 250 families na sa evacuation ngayon because of that lake. Kasi yung dalawang ilog doon talagang nagbara. Now, once na hindi madali na matawag niyan, mabuwang yung tubig, possible affected na naman yung boundary namin ng Glan, yung bridge doon, yung isang bridge doon. So, kung pwede as soon as possible, yung sinabi mo kayo, narinig ko, baka pwede natin yun, anong gawin yan? Blast, kasi hindi nga makapasok yung mga equipment because of yung roads, hindi accessible. Kaya bumalik yung mga armed forces natin, yung mga engineers natin, kasi nahirapan sila puntahan. So once na yung tubig, possible yung boundary namin ng Glan, yung next na bridge, doon daan ang tubig, possible masira na rin.
Alright.
So yun ang unahin natin
Alright, we'll just, that will be, I guess, in the phase 2 part.
Sitwasyon ng mga ganyang kataas.
Yeah. I saw them from the helicopter. Mahirap talaga. Okay, maraming salamat. Yes. Yeah, Mayor.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for sending help for Zamboanga City. But I would like to ask help for the future kasi wala po kami may evacuation center. And even in Congress, if you remember, Secretary, I was fighting for the evacuation center. Wala talaga. So, sa mga high grounds, wala po kami. During the last evacuation po, kung saan lang po natutulog yung mga tao sa sementeryo, sa ilalim ng puno, sa highlands kasi wala po si Zamboanga. And it's my first time to become a mayor. Our funding is not sufficient enough. If I would like to ask kung pwede sa District 2 of our city kasi nandun po talaga yung opposite namin, opposite na city kay municipality mayor, yung Calamansig. So kapag yung epicenter nandun, apektado rin yung east coast of Zamboanga City. So kaya sa east coast lang, kahit 3 or 4 evacuation center.
Bakit wala kayong evacuation center?
Sir,
Parang pinakaunang lugar sa buong Pilipinas na napuntahan ko na walang evacuation center.
we don't have, sir. So far, meron lang kami covered court. Meron kaming evacuation center sa west coast naman of the city but is for pandemic use purpose. That was constructed long way back.
Yung mga kapwa mo mayor, meron maraming sinasabi dito.
Ano, sir?
Wala. Hindi, sige lang,
No.
keep going.
That was constructed long way back. Hindi pa ako mayor. Councilor pa po ako nung nangyari doon. So yung East Coast, ang walang-wala po kami. Kaya nga, sabi ko, I'm asking the help from the national if you can help us. Even 30 million to 50 million. With the OCD. Kuya Harold, pwede na.
OCD will assess. Oo. Sige. Pero hindi na natin
Thank you, sir.
Hindi na sa QRF yan. Iba na yan. That's all right. Yeah, but it's the only LGU I heard of that has no evacuation center. Anyway, all right. O sige. Okay. I think at least narinig nyo na ang gagawin ng national government. Kami naman ay nakinig sa inyo kung ano yung mga pangangailangan ninyo. Asahan ninyo, tuloy-tuloy lang ito. Hindi kami aalis hanggat hindi na kami kailangan. Hanggat kailangan pa kami rito, we will stay here and we will continue to provide assistance to everyone. All right. Maraming salamat. Good luck sa atin lahat. At saka kagaya ng sabi ko, hindi lang ngayon to. You get everybody's telephone number at saka tawagan mo sila na tawagan ako nung doon. Just call us to tell us what else na kung ano pang pangangailangan. Okay.